Now, with the NIEs themselves, requesting it from the embassy, you request them because you want to have emergency ability to come enter the United States, and you have a visa. But is it even possible to do an emergency trip? I mean, with the delays, how bad are the delays right now, and how bad are things backed up at the embassy in London?
It's probably the worst I've seen it in COVID, as far as with the embassy being, somewhat operational. So they reopened in July of last year. And that's really when people, I think, were starting to feel like they could travel if it was an emergency basis. And so that's when NIEs really started to become, part of everybody's practice. But we recently, through the AILA Rome District chapter, through the AILA Rome District chapter, we recently had a call with the visa chief in London, and he gave us some pretty interesting statistics about the numbers they're seeing. So he said they get 2,000 to 3,000 NIE requests per week, and they're receiving, I think, 8 months of email per month in the embassy, which I think helps, when you're explaining to a client, like, this is what they're seeing, and it's very hard to get their attention. And so if you already have an existing travel document, if you're needing to travel on ESTA, or you have a visa stamp already, you're looking at about 5 months right now 5 weeks, not 5 months, 5 weeks. It's not as bad as that. 5 weeks to get your NIE approved. And so what we've started to do is, you have to make it extraordinarily clear to your client, because they're going to ask, can you chase it? They're going to ask, what else can we do? And really, you have to just be prepared to wait it out, or go to Mexico for 2 weeks. I mean, I think, that's the option we present for somebody with an existing travel document, because the only guarantee we can make is that they'll eventually get to it. We've been very successful with our requests. Most have been approved, but if somebody comes to you and they need an elective surgery in America, it's not going to get approved by London. If you'll wait 5 weeks to get that denial. And if you have the flexibility, and then the comfort level, you may as well go to a third non-banned country, or financial resources as well, because that can get quite expensive.
Now, speaking of those emails, I had someone requesting NIE from London asking for help. They had sent an email to themselves and all this kind of stuff. The email was pretty much 3 pages, one big paragraph. And so the embassy is getting thousands of these, and we all get these emails from potential clients and prospective clients. And how frustrating is when you get this? You're like, I can't read this. And they're put bold, and there's emotional language in there, the frustration. So it's a lot of work that they have to go through to properly deal with it, because they still have to respond in some fashion to those people. So it's a disaster. Hopefully they just kind of open up the situation, especially in London, because it's such a hub. Just the numbers are so extreme there.